Welcome to the Family First Retirement Podcast with George Politarhos. For more information, visit patriawealth.com. Now, let's get to the show.
My name is Mark Owens, and George, I do love you, but I love your wife even more. How is Leslie doing in retirement?
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mark. She is living the life, Mark. Leslie, folks, I always say she's a beast. She is fantastic at everything she does. She was a great wife, a great mom, an awesome mom, a great grandma, beautiful person, you name it. And she has done such a great job raising our sons, Alex and Jared. Mm-hmm. Now she's relaxing, having a great time. She's back to horseback riding, which she loves, grew up doing that, so she's back doing that a couple days a week. She's coming into the office here, working, keeping us company. She is the Chief Cultural Officer at Patria Wealth Group, the CCO, which kind of means she comes in and tells me what I'm doing wrong during the day.
Does that at home, too? It's
great.
Amazing.
It's great. It's great. But we are doing, she's doing fantastic, and we're getting adjusted. It's been over a year now. So we're getting adjusted to Leslie being retired. I'm still working.
Yeah.
Leslie gets to do everything she wants to whenever she wants to. She's seeing her sisters in Syracuse and Albany more, which is great. But it's an adjustment because muscle memory.
Yep.
Best example I can use. You talk about an athlete, any athlete in the world, whether it's a baseball player, a soccer player, basketball, football, hockey, they hit that baseball. That swing they have is so they don't even think about it. Mm-hmm. It's just muscle memory hitting it. Well, we had muscle memory as we go to our careers. Leslie and I would get up out of bed. We had our routines. I fed the dog. She took a shower. I came upstairs. She went to work. She got home at 4 o'clock. I went to work, got home whenever I got home. We had that routine. Now, it's different. It's a different muscle memory. And it takes time to get used to the new muscle memory, folks. I say you have to find your Debbie in retirement. Debbie is the name of Leslie's horse that she rides. So she had to find her Debbie to get into her happy place.
Right.
Now she has her happy place. I hear about Debbie, the horse, more than I hear about our grandson, Archer, which I don't know what the heck is going on with that. But we have a different routine now, and we both had to adjust a little bit, which is a good problem.
Was it emotionally hard? Because somebody's listening this weekend, and maybe their husband or your wife getting ready to retire, you're going to continue working. Was it an emotional change? Because you think it's all going to be puppies and unicorns and sprinkles and flowers. I'm retired. But did she mentally, what did it do upstairs?
It drove her insane. Because we're used to working. Mm-hmm. We're used to having a purpose. And when she finally pulled the trigger, Leslie's very sensitive. And she was so at ease, felt the pressure, the weight of the world come off her shoulders.
Nice.
One of her colleagues called her the day she was leaving and said, I'm really going to miss you, Les. Because she has a great personality, Mark. You see her laughter and her chuckle. Mm-hmm. She smiles, and it's priceless. But he said, when you leave here, don't think twice about leaving because you're doing the right thing. But walk west into the retirement of your life in the sunset and enjoy everything you see. And I thought that was absolutely beautiful because that's what this is about. Walking, into your retirement, enjoying it. Mm-hmm. When you come and work with us at Patria Wealth, we're going to help you do that. I'm going to be your mentor, your coach, because I want you to be at ease because this is your money.
Yeah. This
is your retirement. This is your choices. Folks, how many of you have children or grandchildren? They're yours. You love them. My two boys, Alex and Jared, are the prince of the world. They are my greatest gifts, my wealth. Mm-hmm. But let's be realistic. They can be idiots. All right? But they're my idiots. And I sit there and I'm like, son of a gun, who? Your mother's involved in this somehow. What's going on here?
Got that from her side.
That's exactly right. That's a Voorhees, definitely not a Politarhos Street. And then other people will sit there and say, oh my God, your kids are and they're kids. Let's get something straight, folks. I call them kids. They're 31 and 27.
They're always going to be your
kids.
kids.
They're not kids, but they're my kids.
Yep.
And they'll say, your sons are awesome men. Such great young men. I'm like, are we talking about the same kids? So having that third party come in and help with those, seeing that outside view looking in is a huge plus about your retirement. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm going to help you with. at 302-330-2166. We're going to talk about that. We're going to have that therapy session
Yeah.
about, am I doing the right thing? The white knuckles, the scaredness. It's okay to be scared. It's okay to be uncertain. But you need to do what's right for you and your family. And I'm going to help you financially be in the right place, knowing where the money's coming from, how it's going to last, and where we're going to be lined up, and to make sure we can do what we need to do. 302-330-2166.
Peeling back the curtain a little bit here this weekend. And George, what about you personally? When Leslie decided she was going to retire, and she did retire, I mean, that disrupts your life as well. As you mentioned earlier, the routine as well. How about you? Because somebody, again, listening this weekend, their spouse is getting ready to maybe retire this year. How did it affect you that maybe you weren't prepared for?
You know, she was scared, and I was nervous because it's different. Mm-hmm. And I'm worried about her. I really am. I don't want her to be uneasy. But I thought about, oh my gosh, we're losing X income. But when I look at our plan, it didn't matter that way because I knew where we were, what we had to do, where we were going. We have our expenses in check. We have our income. We know what everything is. We know the factors. So I wasn't worried about that. But it really got me agita about the uncertainty for her. I knew it was going to change my life too, and this is not being selfish at all. But Leslie's like, why aren't you home at 4:15? Well, because I need to work. I can't come home. I work a longer day than you do.
We're a one-income family
Things like
now.
that. Yes. But it's just, it's scary. But that's what I think partners are about, Mark. I think that's what families are about. Patria in Greek means family. And it's what's right for the family. And that's what it's about. When you see, and this is just me, folks, I adore Leslie. When I see her, when Archer's not feeling well, and Alex or Anna calls and says, Mom, can you take Archer today? And to see the glee in her eyes as she gets to spend more quality time with the boy, it's priceless. There's nothing about it. And it's nice because we get to travel. I do business trips for work, and Les gets to come now. So we get more quality time together as a team, which is, I just find priceless to me, really do. Nervous at first, but you have to think outside the box and look, and you have to know your numbers.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Everyone's business, whether you are a teacher, whether you are a carpenter, whether you're, XYZ, a chef, you name it, numbers add up. You have to know your measurements. You have to know your tallies. You need to know your quotas. You need to have all that data so you can execute your plan and perform your job to the best ability you have. We have to have our numbers for retirement. We know where we're going, what our expenses are, what we want to do, how much it's going to cost. I think that we've had you hear most people spend budget of $4,600 a month is the average expense for people, taking everything in mortgage, car, insurance, all that type of stuff. Not everyone's the same, right? We always say that Mark is Mark and George is George. We're different people. We're different men. So what's right for Mark may not be right for George. And conversely, what's right for George may not be right for you, Mark. That's the same thing with those numbers. Maybe you don't have a mortgage. Maybe you don't have a car payment. Maybe you don't have X. Maybe you have more travel expense. When we put that plan together, and then we see where the money's coming from, what stream you're bringing your funds in from. You're bringing it from Social Security, maybe. Maybe you're one of the few blessed in the world that still have a pension. God bless you. But you have a pension coming in. You have a 401k, a 403b, a thrift savings plan, retirement assets. And then the money you scrolled away over the years, your savings, your investments. So where are we going to pull funds at to fill our void? That's what a holistic planner does for you. And that's what we're going to help you do. Because when you call us at 302-330-2166, this is about your retirement. This is about your plan. This is about the way you want to go forward, your wants and needs. Not what George wants and Leslie wants, or Mark and Gretchen want, but building it to your specifications so that you get to do what you want to, when you want to, and how you want to going forward. 302-330-2166. No cost, no obligation meeting. If you've saved over $200,000 for retirement, give us a call because we can really help you plan better. And Mark, we talk about this all the time. I would love to help everyone, and I'll help anyone that calls. But that 200,000 is where the opportunities begin for us to be able to help you.
Right.
Do you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
You know, you come and you've saved a lot of money. You saved 100,000. You saved $50,000. A lot of money, but there's not a lot of working room for us to be able to assist you.
Just mention income because still the number one fear for adults to and through retirement is running out of money. You mentioned if we're lucky to have a pension, a 401k, even Social Security. What do you find that most people find when it comes to income and retirement? What are some of the biggest misconceptions, and how do you help people, I guess, resolve some of those fears about running out of money?
I think the biggest fear is the shortcomings of Social Security. And we've heard so much information about it. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be there when I'm older? And that's a question mark we have to worry about. Mm-hmm. I think the other thing that people are concerned about is the magical number. I can't retire unless you have X.
Yeah.
And you'll hear 100,000, $1 million, $5 million. I think, Mark, I personally think the magical number people talk about is a unicorn. It's mystical. You don't know what in the heck it is. You've never seen it. It's different for everyone. And the reason being that we are not the same as everyone else. The magical number for you to retire, your unicorn number, is what's right for you and your family. Because we all have different lifestyles. I think I say this, I think Leslie and I are pretty laid back. I really do. We don't have any extravagant gifts, things that we like to do. We love sitting in our yard, listening to our pond, being with our family, having the dogs around, going to the beach, simple things. If we're the jet setters of the world, or we want to have 3 houses, and I want to go to Europe for a month a year, or I want to take a cruise around the world and live on a cruise ship for 6 months, your income expenses are different. So when you say the magical number, it's all about who you are. And that Family First Retirement Plan, Mark, helps you be in that best place possible.
Yeah.
Because we're going to find out what the unicorn number is for you. And I think one of the things I'm proudest about myself and how my team here at Patria Wealth works, if the numbers don't add up, if it doesn't make sense, I am not going to sugarcoat it with you. We're adults. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, everything's great, don't worry about it, and you're not in a good place. If we're not in a good place, I'm going to tell you, folks, we have a problem. And when this is how some ideas about how we can fix this problem. But right now, you're not in the best place. And you may leave ticked off at me. You may. And that's okay. I'd rather be ticked off at me for being upfront and forthcoming than to come back and say, why didn't you tell me this before? So when you call us at 302-330-2166, we're going to walk through that with you. And I think one of the things we should always talk about, Mark, is how we work at Patria Wealth. When you come in our office here at 501 Silverside Road, right here on Wilmington, it's going to be you come in, you're going to meet Jared right away. You're going to meet Achilles right away. We're going to send you an information email with things that you have to bring with you for us to sit down and start talking. And what stuff do we need? We need to know about your retirement accounts. We need to know about your Social Security. We need to know about your current expenses, what your current income is, things like that. Very simple, straightforward stuff. We're going to come in. You and I are going to sit down. We're going to have, as my mother Betty would say, a good cup of coffee together or a beverage of your choice. And we're going to sit and start taking some notes, learning about who you are. And it's kind of an interview process, to be quite honest with you. Seeing if I like you, I can work with you. Really, if you like me. You may not like me, and that's okay. But we'll figure out what's going on. If we take the next step, I'll put that plan together for you. So we'll go over where your income is today, where it's going to be coming from when you do decide to retire, when we pull the trigger for retirement. We're going to talk about your expenses. We're going to talk about your protected retirement accounts. What are they? A 401k, TSP, 403b, 457, IRA, managed funds, CDs, bonds, savings, checking, all that fun stuff to see how much money we have and where we're going to be able to pull our funds from for retirement. We're going to go over the expenses, the mortgage, the car, and that's what people think about. But you don't think about getting your nails done, ladies, or your hair done. Yeah. Or you don't think about the pet food or the dog grooming or vacations or playtime. I always put in our budgets, and people look at me, I always put date nights in there. I think it's important if to have date night, fun nights. Sure. Let's plan for it. But all of those things, what you give to charities, if you give to charities, what you plan for vacation, holidays, weddings, gifts, the whole 9 yards. We're going to talk about a really nasty term, taxes. We're going to look at taxes, where we are today, where we're going to be in 3, 4, 5 years. Is there opportunity to reduce future tax obligations? And that may be a Roth conversion. It may be IULs for tax-free income later on. How are we going to do that and legacy planning with that? We're going to talk about Social Security. We're going to see where you're at today, what your Social Security is going to be like at your full retirement age, which is what's based off the year you were born. Mm-hmm. When the best time for you to take it is before that, early, is it at full retirement age, or is it delayed up to age 70? And what's the benefit going to be? And then we're going to make sure the plan makes sense for you. Good, bad, or indifferent. After our meeting, we'll have an idea about it. In the second meeting, when you come in, you'll know the numbers being stone, where we're going to go, how it looks, and how we're going to be lined up correctly. We keep it very, and it's your information. My tagline for the company has always been taking the gray out of retirement and making it black and white, because retirement's really confusing. It is so hard to understand, comprehend, because guess what? You've never done it. We're going to do it now. We're going to make it clear. The grayness is confusion. The black and white is just that. It's black and white. Good, bad, or indifferent, you're going to know where you're at. So call us at 302-330-2166. Let's schedule that no-cost, no-obligation meeting for you to come in, and let's start the process together.
And George, as we kind of peel back the curtain a little bit and talking a lot about family this weekend here on Family First Retirement, I'm going to give you 3 names. And I want you to tell me about these family members that we're going to meet. They may not be your blood family, but you work with them on a daily basis. And, of course, I'm talking about Achilles, Jared, and Ernie. Who are they, the Patria Wealth Group, and what do they do, and how can they benefit us?
Let's start with the easy one, which is Jared. He is my youngest son. He is the office manager. He runs the business. People say, what's your schedule like, George? I'm like, talk to Jared, because he tells me he's a mini Leslie, because I know where I'm going when he tells me to. He's our first point of contact and the person you'll speak to more than anyone other than myself.
Can I give him a little, and this is just going to feed his ego. He is I don't I'm going to sound like an old man he's the whippersnapper of the group. He's the millennial. I don't know if he's a millennial or not, but he's the one that understands technology better than anybody else. He's the one that if you see us on Facebook, you see us on social media, you see the Patria Wealth Group,
it's him.
That he does all of that, and he does it so dang well, and it frustrates me because I'm like, I wish I knew that.
I agree. You hit the nail on the head, Mark. Yeah. Absolutely. Next is Achilles Vargiamis. Achilles is, he handles all the managed funds for the firm. He's the one that his job in the morning, he gets here at 7:30, is to check your accounts, make sure the money's going where it wants to, look at our programs, and plan accordingly to build the plan for the managed fund, the money that's at risk for your portfolio to be in the best place possible per your request and how you feel, how you sleep at night.
Right.
Then we have Ernie Callias, who's our in-house CPA. You know, people think that you go into retirement and nothing changes from when you had your salary. Taxes magically get paid, and how many people think they don't have to pay taxes in retirement? Ernie's our CPA. We're going to make sure that all those wheels on your car are going in the right direction. Okay, just, my income's the left driver wheel.
Right.
The expenses are the right. The taxes are powering the whole car. Where the opportunities are to move and to replace your funds maybe do Roth conversions, maybe how's the best way to tax plan. And how many advisors, folks, have you ever seen out there say taxes are off the table, I don't do taxes? Well, there's a reason why they don't do taxes. They don't understand taxation. It's confusing, and it can be extremely confusing. That's why I have Ernie here. We're going to break it down and put it in simple layman terms, how it is, where you're going, and that's what we're going to look at to make sure you're in the right place about it. 302-330-2166, or go to Patria Wealth, Patria Wealth.com. Let's schedule that no-cost, no-obligation meeting, get you on the right course.
Insurance and annuities offered through George A. Politarhos, Delaware Insurance License Number 1373121. Annuity guarantees rely on the financial strength and claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. Read your contract for restrictions, limitations, or penalties.